I need some more sugar. Goddamn. So the first scam that I went through, this would have been 2017, the first time that Bitcoin broke out. Okay. So Bitcoin broke out, and I was thinking, "Ooh, I'm gonna get me some money." Right? These people came up to me and they said, "All I gotta do is put some money here, and they're gonna return me like 30%, 40% a year." So then I'm doing the math, like, "Yo, this is gonna be crazy," and I'm seeing Bitcoin double and triple. So I was like, "All right, I'll give them my money and just pretty much wait for them to return me this Bitcoin or this Ethereum that's gonna pop off." So now I'm waiting, right? I'm thinking, oh, all right, I just cracked the code. I'm in college. I'm giving these people $300, $400. I gave them a total of maybe $1,500. And here's how they got me, right? This is my first scam. They got me because I had given them the money and then they had given me this login to a website. No, I didn't realize, I didn't do my due diligence. I was just naive. I was young. But I gave them my money and then they would update the website and then they would show the numbers going up in the website. Me not realizing that all they were doing is just changing the website numbers on my account. And so it looked like my money was going up. But really they were just changing some numbers on a website. That wasn't a bank account, that wasn't anything. And I didn't realize, here's actually how they got me. I didn't realize it was a scam until I made $1,000 and I was like, all right, cool. I just almost doubled my money in less than a month or less than 2 months. I'm gonna actually take out some money so I can spend some of this money and show, my aunt or my family, yo, this is real. I'm making money in the stock market. I'm about to be rich. I'm just letting you all know. So then I went to say, all right, how do I take out my money? Then they were like, all right, well, you go to Western Union, you got to contact my boss, and here's the email to email. So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I can email them, hey, I want to withdraw some money. How do I withdraw my money? They said, all right, you got to wait 15 business days, and there's a process to it. But if you're patient, we'll get you sorted, no problem. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Still not concerned. So I wait the 15 days. Then I go back to them. I was like, hey, I haven't heard from you guys. Just still wanted to withdraw some money here. What do I have to do? Then they were like, all right, the market is really fluctuating right now. And this is where I know that some bullshit was going on, right? Because they're like, oh, the market is really fluctuating right here. You know, it's it's up and down. It's something that we need to be conscious of. So you got to be patient. I was like, no, no, you guys are playing games with my money. I need to withdraw my money because I told you like this was for like my family. I told you my story. I need that money now. I feel like you guys are scamming. And then they stopped replying to me for 2 weeks. Then they came back and said, because I was like getting heated, I was like, yo, I'm going to report you guys to the police, etc. And they came back in the emails like, yo, just be patient. We're working, we're doing our best. And then they went silent again for another maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks. And after it's like, all right, it turns out I'd just been scammed. But it was an important lesson because here's how the scamming was my fault. I was maybe like 19, maybe 20. As I said, I had $1,500. I was making money from other things at the time. I had my own business, but I had tried to make money without working for it. And that's really the lesson, right? Because it really I scam myself. If you look at the world, there's so many people that's like, oh, you're gonna get rich next week, or you're gonna get rich in a year, or you're gonna get rich in 6 months, and they sell things to you, but nothing happens that quickly. I've been at real estate for almost a decade, and it's only in the last maybe 18 months that things have been like good, you know? So then that was my fault. Totally my fault being scammed. But I don't know. Do you guys have an experience with being scammed? Do you have any stories? I know that you guys are tuning in. Welcome in. A lot of people out there don't want to take personal responsibility for their own, mistakes. But I'll tell you, that was my fault. Completely my fault. And that's the only time that I've ever been scammed in crypto. But it was a good lesson. And I'm glad I learned it for just like four figures instead of like six, because that would have hurt. Yeah, it's not bad.